Okay. We are broadcasting.
Okay.
Cancel.
Hey, I did have a question now that I remembered. So you know how it says the requirements? That it has to be sufficiently large, and then no cells have expected counts less than 5. At the bottom left of the Excel sheet.
Of the Excel sheet?
Yeah, it says at the bottom left of the Excel sheet, we check the 0 cells have expected counts less than 5. I don't think I saw that. Maybe I didn't look. Okay, let me try looking again. Bottom left.
Are you sharing your screen?
No.
Why don't you share your screen so I can see what you're looking at?
Okay.
How do I get rid of this chat box thing?
I think you just exit at the top.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Okay, can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so right here where it says another requirement is that no cells have expected counts less than 5. And it says at the bottom left of the Excel sheet, we check that 0 cells have expected counts less than 5.
Okay.
So where is that at?
Is that the sample size is sufficiently large. Another requirement is that no cells have expected counts less than 5. So,
Oh, is it this here? And is this the bottom? No, wait, that's bottom right.
for the chi-squared, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chi-squared, however you say it. Expected.
Because right here, expected 157. Is that just what we look for? Because that's the only thing that would make sense, right?
Yeah. Well, expected counts. I just think it's, yeah, I think it's none of the like columns or any of the like the boxes in here.
Uh-huh.
You know how it says count expected C percent width.
Mm-hmm.
So I think just like none of those expected counts would be less than 5.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
We check that 0 cells have expected counts less than 5. So if all of them are above 5, then the requirements are satisfied.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Are we
Okay.
ready?
Yes.
Okay. Says, is this set of questions we will explore the research question, do men's voting preferences differ significantly from women's voting preferences? So, which set of hypotheses is appropriate for addressing the research question?
I think it's the first. No.
It would be
the last one. Because right here it says are independent and then are not as the.
Oh, yep.
So the last one.
So are independent is the null.
It's the null. Okay.
Alternative. What is the equation for computing the degrees of freedom? That is
it's the last one, right?
Number of rows minus 1 times number of columns minus 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the correct choice for degrees of freedom for this problem? So number of rows minus 1, number of columns minus 1. So number of rows is 3 minus 1, which is 2.
We count the bottom one?
Oh, do we not count the bottom? Sorry, I did not.
I don't know. Do we?
2 minus 1.
2 minus 1 is 1.
1 times 3, 2. Right?
Times 2, yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there requirements for conducting what is that? Degree of freedom test?
Yeah, a chi-squared test.
Test. What are the requirements for conducting this test for independence met by this data set?
So, do we just input it?
Oh, yeah, I guess. So we put this table into
the file.
The file. Let me see. So it does the totals for us. So that second row would be blank, right?
What do you mean, the second row?
Or the third row, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, yes?
Yes. The first one, right? There are at least 5 expected counts.
In each cell.
Oops. Did you get 16.204?
For the test statistic?
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. 0.04. What is the p-value? 0.000?
Mm-hmm.
Which of the following statements best describes the outcome of this study? So there is sufficient evidence.
Because we rejected the null, right?
Rejected the null.
Okay.
Suggest that gender and voting are independent. Wait, we rejected the null.
Yeah, so are not, right?
Independent.
Okay.
Okay. So the research question for this study is, do people in Europe, Australia, and the United States seek chiropractic care for the same reasons? Use a significance level of 0.05. The hypothesis for this study are the location and motivation to visit a chiropractor are independent as the null, and the location and the motivation to visit a chiropractor are not independent as the alternative. So it says the conditions for conducting a chi-square test for independence are satisfied. So we have to put these into
the.
Oh, I forget that you're screen sharing. The wellness, preventative health, and at risk.
Wellness, preventative, and at risk.
Sick soul and self-care. We put all of that into this.
Yeah. into the chi-squared test.
Okay. Let's see.
The floor of my car is wet.
Guys, I'm videoing.
Sorry.
You're good. That's gonna be on my classes page though, so
Oops.
you're welcome.
I apologize.
It's too funny.
Okay, so are any of them less than 5?
Not that I can see, right?
I don't think so. Yeah, so true,
Sure.
because sample sizes are big too.
Yes.
So what are the degrees of freedom for this problem? So it would be 2 times 4, so 8.
Yeah, 8.
What is the value? Did you get 7.436?
Yes.
What is the value of P?
0.490.
0.490. Yep.
Mhm.
1.0. What is the following, or which of the following statements best describes the outcome of this study? So it's still, oh no, wait, it's bigger.
Yeah.
So
So we failed to reject the null,
there's insufficient evidence.
that they're independent.
That, yes.
Well, that's the only one that it could be, right? Because it can't be there is not enough evidence, or is there?
Well, it says, this other one says there is insufficient evidence to suggest that the motivation to visit a chiropractor is not independent. We want is independent, right?
Yeah.
So there is not enough evidence to suggest that people in the United States go to the chiropractor more than.
See, this is where it got tricky for me.
It'd have to be that one though, right? Because it's not independent. And the
Yeah.
other two aren't right either.
So the last one.
Yeah, I'd say.
Okay.
All right. Press submit.
Okay.
Nope, we got the last one wrong.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, it doesn't make sense though, because, okay, wait, let's go back and read that. So it says, so we fail to reject the null hypothesis
Mm-hmm.
because the p-value is higher than 0.05. So there is insufficient evidence.
That's so confusing. Okay, because it is the first one that, I mean, the second one.
Because
It's not independent of the location.
yes.
Right?
Location and mode. There is insufficient evidence to suggest that the motivation to visit the chiropractor is not independent from the... That's such a trick question.
Mm-hmm.
Because that one is saying, oh my gosh, it's the second one. That's so dumb.
Oh my gosh, it was right here.
Seriously. Okay, well, because it said, oh, I get it now. Tricky.
That's too funny.
Tricky. Okay. Let me flip the page. And then, let's see. Oh, meeting quiz. I hate trick questions.
I know.
I guarantee you that's probably why I get most of these questions wrong, is because I understand what's actually going on, but I don't. Because that made sense in my head until I read it 5 times.
5 times.
Four. Oopsies.
So there is insufficient evidence to suggest that motivation to visit a chiropractor is not independent. Yeah. Okay. I get it now.
Right? You have to read it like it's to understand. 7.436. 7.436. So the second one. I am a lot slower than you are.
I think it's just because I had 2 screens, so I could open it up on the other one.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Alrighty. So for our project that we're doing, I have started counting
Popcorn?
So I haven't read over it all, but are we actually having to submit data this Saturday or
Not this Saturday.
next Saturday?
Next Saturday. Hold on, I have it right here.
Started.
Yeah, by due date number 4 of week 11. So next one.
Okay, so once I'm finished counting it all, I'll put it into like an Excel document or whatever, or even just like a Word.
Yeah.
And just email it to you.
Perfect. Sounds good. Yeah, and then I'll just type everything else up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Perfect. Thanks for meeting at 5 today.
Yeah, no worries.
All
This
right.
way it's over and done with, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Well, I will see you on Monday then.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Weekend.
You too. Bye.
Bye.